Hi everybody, it's Mary. How is everybody tonight? Seems like it's been forever since I made a video. Sometimes life just gets in our way. It's been really busy with grandchildren and Easter, and I'm trying to get ready for a craft fair on next weekend, and then I have an online one tomorrow. So I thought that I'm working on Mother's Day cards for tomorrow's event and Saturday or Sunday's event also. So I thought I'd come on and show you what I've been working on today. And this is just a selection of the cards and the different colors. And it's kind of a hodgepodge of companies. So first off, let me show you what I've used in them. The background die, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a stitched leaf pattern. And you can actually see through it if you put it up to the light, where the little stitch pattern is. And that's this die. And this is one of the Diamond Press dies. I really like the background dies, not just from them, but I've got a whole basket full of background dies because they're so quick to use. They just elevate the card up a level, and they've come up with so many nice ones these days. This is part of a whole stitch set that Diamond Press came up with. So that's the background. And then, let me put that away. And then for the little circle, I used a new die that I got. And this is the inverted stitch lace die by Crafter's Companion. And I used the largest circle and then the outside to frame. And you'll notice it has stitching. So I thought that was cute because it would match the theme of the stitching in the background. And the bonus is that it cuts out this center, which is kind of like a medallion. And so I saved all of these so I could use them for something else later on. So you get two for the price of one. So this is the first time I've used this new inverted, and they're inverted obviously because the pattern goes inside instead of outside, so like a normal nesting die. This would be on the outside and not the inside. So I have a bunch of nesting dies and I use them a lot, but these caught my eye since they were different. And then for the various flowers, these all have come from the Crafter's Companion decoupage flowers. They were on HSN and there was an auto ship. I think maybe 9 different ones. I'll show you a couple of the other ones. This is the most recent one, which is a little pansy. And then this is the carnation. And you see how the different layers They're just so pretty the way they pop up. And then this one is a rose bouquet. This is pretty big compared to the other ones, the way it's laid out. So I used these, and they don't add a lot of weight, but they do add dimension. But I haven't had any problem, you know, kind of squishing them down, getting them in the envelope, and getting the envelope closed, and they all survive in the mail, which is a good thing. So, and then the ink I used is the Spectrum Noir Harmony Opaque pigment. And the opaque pigment stays wet a long time. And so you can emboss with it, and it turns out really nice. I used the Wow Clear Gloss Superfine embossing powder. And as small as the letters are, it turned out really nice and clear. So I was happy with that. And then I just picked up from Tonic this, I think it's called Banners and Stripes. And it's got all different kinds of the strips, you know, to cut out your sentiments. This one, it's probably hard to see, but it is the second smallest one in this set, with a little edge that kind of goes in. So it's a nice set because you can, you know, just match it up to whatever your sentiment is. And then I just used an old set, Happy Mother's Day. This is from close to my heart, and it's probably at least 5 years old or older. But it has a lot of nice sayings in different sizes that fit perfectly with the different sizes and designs on this one. This one, like I said, I just got, and they still have, it was sold out and they got it back in stock, and it was very reasonably priced. So, and then these are just A2 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size cards. Originally, was leaning towards making them a 5 by 5 square, and it really looked nice. But then I realized that if anybody bought them and wanted to mail them, then, you know, everything that's not a regular size is extra postage now. So it's, besides the 55 cents of your stamp, you've got an extra 25 cents that you have to put on, just because it's a different shape, you know, the squares and stuff. So, which is, you know, the A2, and then the 5 by 7 cards, and then the Slimline, which is why I started buying some of the Slimline, because it's a fun size, but because it goes in a regular business envelope, they don't charge extra for it unless it, you know, weighs extra. So so that's it. So let's get to it, and I'll show you just putting a couple of them together. Now, normally I would use a liquid glue because it gives me more time to position, because Lord knows I can't put anything on straight to save my soul. But because it does, and here you can see maybe on this other side, because it does have holes that go all the way through, I don't want to run the risk of the glue actually coming and seeping through the holes. So I'm just going to use a tape runner and then hope for the best. Like I said, since I'm not very good about putting things on straight, I don't know why. All right, so the pattern on this goes up, down, sideways, so there really is no rhyme or, wrong way or right way. So I cut them down a little bit smaller, about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So for the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so I cut it down to about 4, maybe 4 and a smidge, 1/8, and then 5 1/4. And as you can see, it fits pretty good. So, and then for this, I'm just going to go ahead and use a liquid glue. And this is the Tonic. Speaking of Tonic, I have missed the last 2 weeks getting in on their mystery bag on Wednesday, which I suppose is a good thing because it saved me money. I was watching a video today from, I think her name was Justine Hovey. All right, so I'm going to put that knot totally in the middle, a little bit higher than that. Anyway, Justine Hovey, I believe, she did a video on impulse buying and how to resist, which I thought was interesting. And so it was a short video, but it's like I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to only buy things that I really think I'm going to use. And one of the things that she did say was that you should, when you look at something, you should look at it and if you can't give 3 things right off the top of your head that you would use in that die or whatever it is that you're looking at, if you can't think of 3 things right off the top of your head, then you don't need it. So I think I'll kind of angle this way. Normally I would put a dimension on it, but since it has its own dimension, I'm just gonna glue it on. She also said if you were looking for dies that had like flowers or something, look in your stash because you probably have something similar that you haven't used. Which, after a while, that is a true statement because everything, one company comes out with something and then the next company, has the same thing. So, all right, so with this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut this foam square in half. And then pop this up a little bit. And it looks like I probably should have moved it over, so we'll just cut some off. All right. If you watch my other video, one of the other videos, I made the cards for kindness through scrapbook.com, and I finally got to the post office and sent those in. So it's been sitting on my desk for several days, if not a week. All right. So now the question is, where to put this. I don't know. I kind of like it right there. I could have inked the edges, but there was so much going on with the texture and the depth. I didn't want to do anything. So yeah, that'll be good. I'm not sure. I'm going to think about it, but I might add some gems. Not a ribbon. I don't like it to be too busy. So, but that's just me. Every time I see somebody make a card that has ribbon, I always think, oh, that's too much. But then they do it, and then it looks beautiful. So what do I know? Okay, so that's that one. We'll do one more. I also tried to, you know, you can, I like Crafters Companions heavy cardstock, but if you're adding it to a card base and then you've got other things, you know, on top, it ends up weighing, and it's really quick to go over that 1 ounce, and then you wait, and then you're there having to pay extra postage again. So this is a really lightweight that I had that nobody's going to know the difference. It's not shiny, but you know, only when you're making the card yourself do you know if something's different than people that don't card make sometimes don't even notice if you've, you know, made an error, or because they don't know what it's supposed to look like. You could have made it on purpose to look like however it is. So it took me years to figure that out, so I didn't stress as much over all right. We'll put this one. I love this one's got all the little different layers on the hydrangea. So, anyway, so I'm doing these, and then I'm doing for the actual craft fair. I'm going to be making some of those candle votives that I did a video on, and see how those go over. It's at an Elks Lodge, and so it's always hard. You just never know. But it's been so long since we here in California have been allowed to even have craft fairs. So not sure, you know, how busy it'll be and what people are looking for, since it's not, it'll be Mother's Day, but it's not like having a holiday boutique, you know, before, you know, the holidays, when people are always looking for unique things. So all right, now if I can get that, I probably should just get that pick, the pokey tool. Of course, it never cooperates when you want them to. See? Okay, there you go. Anyway, I think that's it. No news. Hope everybody had a good Easter. I had a great one. I was able to spend it with all my grandkids this year. Oh, and we actually got to go do something normal this weekend. We went to the zoo, which was fun. We'd never been to the zoo here in Northern California, up in Sacramento. And haven't been to the zoo in years, and we've never been to this one. And even though it's smaller than the one that we used to live by, it was nice. And it was nice just getting out and doing something normal. So, all right, so that's 2 of them. I've got 5 more to make. But I just wanted to come on and show you. I like the way they turned out. They're simple, but cute. So that's it. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch. Stay safe and well. Happy crafting. Thanks for taking the time to tune in, and I will see you next time.